And after years of displacement due to Boko Haram insurgency, Gwoza Elite Youth Forum in Borno State are back to their hometown for a Thanksgiving service as peace returns to the area. Senior reporter Jesse Tafida has details.
About 135 kilometers southeast of Maiduguri, Gwoza town was sacked by insurgents in June 2014. But years after, peace is gradually returning and people are picking up pieces of their lives. This speaks volume of effort put in place by the Nigerian army to restore peace in areas affected by insurgency. Today, the people of Gwoza in diaspora are back home. They celebrate the return of peace in their community and 30th anniversary of the worship place.
Youth will continue where our parents stopped, or where now we can see our parents are growing weak. They are now getting tired. They are not that active in the service. So we need to commit and dedicate ourselves so that we will bring this consciousness of the Christ in our youth.
The project that they've established is really encouraging. And honestly, I will say I was really happy when we came in some 2 days ago to see the church still standing despite the challenges of the Boko Haram insurgency. The church is growing despite the challenges of the insurgency. This 30th anniversary is a reflection of what happened, and we have plans ahead to move to a greater height.
Elsewhere, the visitors had a reunion meeting to discuss how best to develop their community. The forum has so far carried out medical outreach to over 5,000 people, in addition to humanitarian interventions in Gwoza. Jesse Tafida, TVC News, Gwoza.
And Jesse Tafida joins me on the news now for more on this development in Gwoza, especially at the confidence this youth, the elite youth, had to return back to Gwoza. What did they see? What were the indices they saw that made them decide to return?
Well, Veronica, you know that for over a decade now, some of the local government areas are deserted because of insecurity, but now that the Nigerian military are on their feet, the federal government gives them support, and we know that most of these local government areas are liberated and people are back picking up the pieces of their lives. And now that has prompted the Gwoza elite groups from across not only Nigeria but abroad. They came back to town to come and see what is happening, what is left from what they have left before, after the insurgency, and they've seen a lot of good things in place. It's not like the Gwoza of before. Sometimes in 2014 June, the town was deserted by Boko Haram because it was declared a caliphate by the then leader of Boko Haram, Shekau. But now things are back to normal. People are picking back the pieces of their lives, on a new leaf and start afresh. It speaks, volumes of how the military, is in successes, in the fight against insurgency. Now let's talk about the people now in the state, in the local government areas. Now Gwoza is southeast Maiduguri, is the hometown of Muhammad Ali Dume, the former chief whip of the Senate. You know that he has been clamoring for peace in his own hometown, and we could see that. And according to the people that are back, they say that it's a dream come true for them, seeing their hometown being alive, coming back alive again, Veronica.
Interesting. Now that they have seen that peace has returned to Gwoza, what are the developments they are looking to bring to the state?
First things first, they have carried out, series of medical outreach to the people. Most of them are, the downtrodden, the aged, children and women. They've given them clothes, they've given them more humanitarian support, talking about food and non-food items. And they sat down on a meeting to see how best they could, help their own community, not necessarily waiting for the government to come and support them. They want to contribute their quota in seeing that, they've made Gwoza to be back to life again. And according to them, they'll dig some boreholes to them, some basic amenities will be put in place just to see that the people in Gwoza, are having their lives back. They're going to also support their, the members of the community there in, their businesses, setting up businesses for them. Those that will be going to school, they'll be supported with school materials, the students, and they will see how they can also support teachers in the community. The church that you see that it was 30 years ago, they are the ones that are paying, the clergymen there, giving them some stipends to sit back there and, continue to help their people out there. It was generally a good thing for Gwoza people, last week.
Absolutely, and it's so good to see. Thank you, Jesse Tafida, for bringing us up to speed.